I just got done watching Flamin' Hot on Hulu, and it made me a little bit butthurt. This movie tells the story of Richard Montanez and how he invented the Flamin' Hot Cheeto, not what I'm butthurt about. He was a brown Mexican working in a Frito-Lay's factory in California as a janitor in the 80s and 90s. Shout out brown Mexicans. His motivation for inventing Flamin' Hot Cheetos was he wanted a more authentic snack. Nice. At the time, there was no mainstream food snack that was aimed at the Hispanic/Latino market, at least not in America. So he created something for his people, the Flamin' Hot Cheeto. They're super gross, and I understand that I'm in the minority here. But it wasn't easy because he had to overcome a lot of bigotry and racism. I mean, he was brown, and this was the 80s. And we used to be a lot more racist in the 80s. Well, some of us used to be more racist. We've come a long way as a society. But liberals continue to tell minorities that the DAC is stacked against them. So why even try? This is why the movie made me angry. There are countless examples of minorities, like Richard Montanez, working hard and achieving the American dream. Literally any minority who works hard can have the American dream. Imagine if Richard Montanez actually listened to today's libtard propaganda, that because he was brown and this country hates him, he can't be successful. We wouldn't have the hot Cheeto now, would we? Instead of saying, woe is me, and listening to the libtards, he spent his free time moonlighting and studying to learn all the other positions at the factory to better improve himself, so he could learn how to make a snack like hot Cheetos. Based. He put in an honest day's effort, and he was rewarded with the American dream. He went from janitor to vice president. That is insane! Okay, maybe you'll never be vice president of a Fortune 500 company, but any American can do the same things that Richard did to be successful and be themselves successful. Is that the correct words for English? English is my first language, believe it or not. Most Americans can easily put in the hard work to achieve the American dream, but the problem is most Americans have now become allergic to hard work. Only losers will disagree. There is some controversy around his story, though. Some nerd at the LA Times contacted 20 of the employees who worked at Frito-Lay's during the time that Richard claims to have invented the hot Cheeto. They, for some reason, said that Richard had nothing to do with the invention of the hot Cheeto. They sound like jealous losers, if you ask me. Richard claims he brought Frito-Lay's the idea, but then was pushed out before testing. Remember, this was the 80s. He was dealing with classism and racism. Brown men in America. Power to the people. In Richard's defense, it's rare for any janitor to get promoted to a vice president role. Must have done something to get that kind of promotion. Mind you, he didn't have a college degree at this time. Plus, Al Carey, he was vice president of national sales for Frito-Lay's during the 90s. Well, Al Carey defends Richard Montanez's story. Al Carey would later go on to become president of North American Frito-Lay's. Probably the last person who's gonna lie against his own company and lie in support of Richard Montanez. Just my opinion. So who are you gonna believe? Obviously the brown Mexican, because his story fits my pro-America bias. Overall, I thought it was a really good movie with an amazing story, and you should check it out. It's on Hulu. You can probably watch it for free.